Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel motorvibe_110. The road doesn't expect it. The traffic lights don't see it coming. And the guy in the sports car next to it, he's already lost. Because what he thinks is just another classic Reborn is actually a monster wearing a mask. This is the 2026 Chevy Nova Sleeper. A car that brings the past screaming into the present with a thunderous vengeance. Understated on the outside, unapologetically aggressive under the skin. And today, we're peeling back the sheet metal and revealing what happens when stealth meets sheer horsepower. Let's talk about what makes a sleeper. Not just a fast car. Not just an old car with a new engine. A true sleeper is deception in motion. It doesn't shout. It doesn't flex. It whispers power with every rotation of its tires. And the new Nova Sleeper. It's the most aggressive whisper in the room. It all begins with the design. At a glance, the 2026 Nova looks like a respectful nod to its 1970s roots. Square edges, chrome bumpers, a wide stance, and just enough shine to turn heads at a car meet without raising suspicion at a red light. The sheet metal is clean. The grille, vintage with a modern mesh insert that breathes like a predator. The headlights are circular but upgraded with hidden LED rings that flicker to life when the ignition roars. It looks tame. And that's exactly what Chevy wanted. Because behind this classic body lies the heart of something feral. Pop the hood and everything changes. Nestled beneath the vintage hinges is a supercharged 6.2-liter LT4 V8. The same beast that powers the Corvette Z06. Except in this Nova, it's been tuned up, not down. 755 horsepower, 715 pound-feet of torque. And it's not just bolted in. It's integrated. Chevy worked closely with specialty performance engineers to ensure the engine doesn't just fit, it thrives. It breathes through a dual-ram air intake, force-feeding cold air straight into a high-efficiency intercooler. The headers are hand-welded stainless steel, flowing into a 3-inch dual exhaust system with electric cutouts. Flip a hidden switch under the dash, and it goes from civilized rumble to drag strip roar. The sound alone is enough to tell the truth. This car may look calm, but it's built for chaos. And that chaos is control. A custom-built suspension setup keeps this beast planted. Adjustable COI lovers, reinforced subframe connectors, sway bars thicker than your wrist, all tuned for balance. It doesn't float like the old Novas. It corners. It hugs. It digs in with intent and launches like a bat out of Detroit. The rear axle is a heavy-duty 9-inch with 4.10 gears and an Eden limited slip differential. In plain English, it grips and rips. Now, all that power means nothing if it can't be managed. And that's why the Nova Sleeper comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission straight from Chevy's performance division. Fast shifts, intelligent gearing, and a manual mode with paddle shifters that hide behind the original style steering wheel. It's modern muscle hiding in plain sight. And when you hammer the throttle, it doesn't hesitate, it explodes forward. 0 to 60, under 3.5 seconds. Quarter mile, 10.9 seconds on street tires. And all of it in a car that looks like it rolled out of a classic car magazine. But this sleeper isn't just about brute force. It's about refinement. Step inside and you're greeted by a cabin that respects the past while embracing the future. The bench seat look, it's still there. But it hides contoured bucket inserts with lumbar support and Alcantara trim. The gauges look analog until they light up as a digital display. Vintage style, modern information. Oil temp, boost pressure, G-forces, it's all there, just disguised. The dash is wrapped in leather, stitched in red, and the center console is minimalist but functional. Hidden wireless charging pad, USB-C ports. Even a stealthy touchscreen that disappears when powered down. No logos. No bright colors. Just performance, wrapped in discretion. Even the shifter is retro-styled but hides a launch control switch embedded in the grip. Every detail has a secret. Every part has a purpose. Driving the Nova Sleeper is an experience of contradiction. It rumbles at idle like a lazy V8 on a Sunday morning, but press the throttle, and it tightens, sharpens, and screams like a predator unleashed. The steering is electronic but weighted for feedback. The brakes, 6-piston Brembos up front, 4 in the rear, clamping down on drilled and slotted rotors that could stop a freight train. It's a car that can do everything your eyes say it can't. But here's the real magic, it doesn't look expensive. No flashy badging. No carbon fiber trim, no oversized spoilers. You could park this next to a Civic at the grocery store, and nobody would look twice. Until you start it. Until they hear the whine of the supercharger and the idle that doesn't quite sound stock. It's a statement in silence. A challenge in chrome. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because this car was built for ambushes. You see it at a light, you smirk. You rev your engine, confident. And then the Nova answers. Not loudly, not arrogantly. Just enough for your smile to falter. And when the light goes green, the Sleeper awakes. The tires bite, the supercharger screams, and suddenly that smug smirk is replaced by confusion in your rearview mirror. But the Nova Sleeper isn't just about street dominance. It's about heritage. It's about the rebirth of American ingenuity. It's Chevy saying, we haven't forgotten where we came from. It's muscle reimagined for a new age, where performance doesn't have to come in a loud wrapper. It's about honoring the past without being trapped by it. This car is built in limited numbers. Not mass-produced, not diluted. Each one hand-finished, tuned, and tested. Each one a personal message to the world that the era of sleepers is far from over. And it's not just collectors who want it, it's drivers. People who miss the feeling of raw acceleration, of V8 thunder underfoot, of surprising everything around them without saying a word. The 2026 Chevy Nova Sleeper is also smarter than you'd expect. Integrated launch control, selectable drive modes, real-time telemetry. It's connected to an app that lets you monitor your engine vitals from anywhere. Adjust tuning profiles, even record drag times. But again, none of this is advertised on the car. No touchscreen banners. No fancy tech labels. It just does the job and keeps quiet. Safety. Covered. Hidden roll cage integrated into the B-pillars. Reinforced floor pan. Side curtain airbags built into the headliner. You'd never see it, but it's there. Because going fast is fun. But living to do it again. That's what matters. And the Sleeper identity extends to the paint. Most are finished in muted tones, silver, navy, maroon, matte green. But each color is deeply metallic, catching the light in just the right way. Subtle ghost stripes are available, only visible at certain angles. The wheels, 17-inch steelies with dog dish caps. But behind them, forged lightweight alloys wrapped in sticky rubber. More deception, more depth. You can daily this car. It idles smooth, doesn't overheat, and sips fuel, relatively, when driven with respect. It has traction control, stability management, and even adaptive cruise control. But press the pedal and respect goes out the window. It becomes unhinged. And that's the joy of it. Dual personality, perfectly balanced. Every now and then, a car comes along that doesn't just check the boxes, it rewrites them. The 2026 Chevy Nova Sleeper doesn't need a spotlight. It doesn't beg for likes. It's a wolf in flannel. A thunderstorm in a quiet sky. And when you're behind the wheel, with the boost building and the tack climbing, there's a moment of pure clarity. A moment where you realize you don't need to be flashy to be feared. You just need to be fast. And this car, it's terrifying. The response has been overwhelming. Forums are lit up. Tuners are drooling. Old school guys respect it. Young speed freaks want it. It's rare to find something that bridges that gap. But the Nova Sleeper does. Because it's more than just a car, it's a statement. A message that real power doesn't have to be loud. That real speed doesn't have to be shouted. That real muscle wears a poker face. So if you ever see one in the wild, sitting low, chrome gleaming, paint quiet, don't underestimate it. Don't let the retro looks fool you. Because inside that shell is 755 reasons to stay in your lane. Inside that shell is a war cry waiting for the green light. Inside that shell is the soul of American muscle, reborn and untamed. And that's why we love it. That's why the 2026 Chevy Nova Sleeper matters. Because in a world of overdone styling, endless tech, and shouty supercars, it brings it all back to the basics. Power, presence, precision, without the noise, without the show, just speed. Pure, brutal, honest speed. In a body that says nothing but means everything. That's the Sleeper spirit. And that's the 2026 Nova. If you want a car that wins races and breaks necks without saying a word, this is it. If you want to be the last person they expect and the first to cross the finish line, this is it. If you want muscle reborn in stealth, raw power in silence, and the streets at your mercy, this is it. Thanks for watching and see you my next video.